What's your name?
My name is Stefan.
Can you tell me your traveling background so far?
I started traveling 5 months ago in Laos. Just decided to take a kind of gap year after my high school and after the military service. Been there for about 3 weeks. After that, I went to Thailand, traveled through the north of Thailand. Then I met some new guys from Germany, and with them together, I traveled through whole Vietnam from the south to the north. After that, Malaysia, South Thailand, and right now I'm here in Cambodia where I met my friend Grisha.
Basically, since you mentioned that you made some new friends during traveling, can you give some tips how to socialize yourself during trips, and why do you prefer to stay in the hostels, especially?
I personally prefer to stay in hostels. Right now, I'm living on a low budget because just finished school, so I didn't really have the opportunity to work so long. The hostels are the cheapest option and at the same time the best option to socialize, to meet new people, to get in contact with especially young people. That's like the biggest reason to why I almost always choose hostels because they're cheap and you can easily meet some new friends, then spend time with them.
It's freedom of movement, right? You can choose one hostel for one night, and then you can move to another hostel, right? And then you can explore much more places.
The most of the times I'm staying at one hostel for 2 or 3 nights. That's it, just exploring the city, the place, and after that I just leave the hostel, go to another one. So decide almost everything spontaneously.
Before, I used to stay in hotels a lot. This is actually my first time of staying in the hostel, and it's a good experience so far because I met some of new friends here. It's nice, and I really love it. Hello, how are you? Good, good. Okay. And another thing that is insanely cheap compared to hotels, right? For example, this dorm we rented like for $2.83 per night, right?
Yeah,
It's very cheap. It's unbelievable how cheap it is, right? Yeah. Can you tell me what is the difference between traveling when you are young and older?
I think I think the biggest difference is that you don't have to think about your problems in life. For example, I'm still living at my parents' home, so all the things with paperwork, with the laundry, with cooking, all the things that you like worry about in your older life, my parents will take care about it. Right now, I had the opportunity to travel, and I think when you're younger, it's even more fun to travel than when you get older. It's still gonna be pretty fun when you're older, but like when you're younger, you don't have to think so much about life, and you can just enjoy your trip.
And since you're older than us, can you tell me your
Just a
point
little
of
bit.
view?
So I'm Loic from France, and yeah, indeed, I'm 35 years old. So I've been traveling not as young as you. Probably I started later, and yeah, I can say that you should travel when you are young because it's not gonna be better later. You see that everything is getting more expensive, more touristy. Also, it's more people everywhere. So if you want to enjoy something in a quiet way, later it's not gonna be better. So now is the best. And also me, I'm 35 and I'm getting a bit tired of traveling. I think that at some point you reach this level. You want something else in your life. So traveling is amazing, but it's not always like that. So enjoy when it's possible, and that is the earlier, the better. Yeah.
Do you have any insights?
In the beginning, when I wanted to travel, I thought like I have to organize to make a plan where I want to go, to which places, to have like a strict plan. But then I just realized that everything is so spontaneous. So just on the same day, I wouldn't know where I'm gonna sleep. You should just be spontaneous, see what they will bring, and then just enjoy. Don't really focus on okay, I will go to that place or to that city on that day, and then I will come back and just chill, be spontaneous. Yeah, I think that was like the biggest difference what I expected.
I'm totally agree. For example, when I came to the city, I had an idea to go to the coastline to the sea, to see the beach. I had this idea in my mind because I don't have any friends here. But once I checked in this hostel, I met my friend, and then we decided to explore the city together. So I think you have to change your plan and be flexible while you are traveling. You don't have to force yourself and visit some of the historical places like museums that everybody visits. You have to improve your plan during your travel at the same time. Like you have to be flexible with that.
You know, sometimes you have some ideas, the other like your friend has also some like his ideas, but for example, yesterday he wanted to go to the coastline, but I just wanted to go to the city to eat something, to explore it a little bit. So he changed his mind. We went to the city with a nice walk. We spent a good time together there. I wanted to go to rent a scooter and maybe go to the national park, but I don't know. Maybe I will meet some other guy and I will do something completely differently. So
What is your insight?
What you said, this is typically from Southeast Asia. You don't need to plan in advance. I don't book a lot of nights in advance. I usually just book one night and then I decide if I like the place because it's so easy to change and it's so cheap anyway. Of course, in other countries, it's not gonna be like that. But here, that's what you should do. I met a couple traveling for 1 year. I was surprised. They told me that they booked 1 year of hotel in advance, and I was like, "Why do you do that?" Nowadays, it's just I don't think it's gonna be better, and they already had to cancel a lot. So yeah, don't do that when you are in Southeast Asia, definitely. But if it's a more expensive country, yes, you should look obviously in advance, not to be in a rush for something or not to have too much expense. Yeah. So I started a bit late, probably because of this. I was thinking maybe I should wait to have I don't know a partner to travel with me, but actually traveling alone is. Much better, I would say. It's easier. You can decide whatever you want to do, and if you want to be with someone, like we said earlier, we can just go to a backpacker and you will meet people and you will travel for whatever time you want because you don't have any engagement. If you like those guys and it's gonna get along good together, you can just continue or you can find someone else or you can keep going alone. So traveling alone is definitely much easier. Last year I traveled with my ex-girlfriend and that was not really easy at all. So now I'm traveling again alone and that's much better. Yeah.
Do you guys think it is important to learn the local language?
it depends. For example, in your case, you're here for more than 1 year. Like you're here for a longer time, so I would definitely try to learn the language or at least the most important phrases and things. For example, in my case, I'm just here for 3 weeks, so I would only learn words like yes, no, hello.
For example, yesterday we were walking around the city and you saw me speaking Khmer with some locals in the shops, in the small restaurants. And can you notice any advantage of it?
For the locals, it's even harder to scam you, first of all, because you can literally understand anything they're saying. So, and the second thing is that for me, at least, they were pretty happy and started smiling when you started speaking in Khmer, in their national language. I think it's easier to become friends with even locals. He also told me a story about some people inviting you to their house only because they're speaking their national language. I think you have a lot of advantages.
And what about you? What is your opinion about learning local languages during the travel or even in advance? And can you also tell me something about your journey in South America? Have you ever tried to learn Spanish there or something?
Here in Southeast Asia, I really liked this area because people are really smiley usually. But if you speak just a little bit, you don't need to learn something complicated, just the numbers and a few words like the food is good or this, you will always get a smile. And that's definitely the reason why I like to speak a little bit of the language. It's not easy for some of them, of course, but just few words is okay. And I really like to go the local way. I never go for Western places, I mean Western-looking places like bars or burgers or pizza. I just go for the local food, and I always get questions. And I like to speak just few words with the locals, and they are really, really happy. In South America, there definitely you need to speak Spanish. It's a very big area, and everybody there, all the countries are Spanish speakers. So if you don't speak Spanish, it's totally different indeed. I'm a French, so it's not so difficult for me to learn Spanish. I had some basics before the trip. So there I could really improve and speak a little bit and understand quite well. I think it's really important and it makes a big difference. Yeah.
Subscribe and then give the video a like. Conclusion would be start traveling, be spontaneous, meet new friends, come out of your all-day life in your country.
Agree?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And wake up early. Here, the sun is rising early, and everything is better earlier. So that's my way of living here, and I think it's much better. Yeah.
It's very different from Europe. Like in Europe, oh, like 9 a.m. I want to stay in my bed for a couple of hours to scroll my phone. But locals here are very energetic. Already like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. They already woke up. They're working. Like and everything is going on, right?
Yeah, and it's too hot after that, so it's much better early morning for that reason too. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Hug each other. Okay. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Yeah.